Our entertainment is really world class and so much variety, you know, from jazz to blues to Spiegel with dinner and to our Blue Man group, to headliners with our Second City shows, and of course Holiday Moon piano.
So the Fat Cats Jazz and Blues Club, I gotta say, is clearly for me the most interesting venue at night.
Great place, and here's my friend Slam, who makes it all happen. Great musician, great band, and you know, with freestyle cruising, we not only have all the choices in dining, we also have it in entertainment. So you have complete freedom of choice in dining, entertainment, and activity. And this gentleman over here, Slam, does a super
I just want to
job.
say hello. I'm Carolyn Brown. I'm with Cruise Critic. You were awesome, just awesome. The whole place was packed every night. You could not sit down. So I warned people to get here early. Tell us about your music.
Well, my music is, I played blues, soul, R&B all my life, you know, started with my dad and my uncles, so I've always been around the music, and I've always been a people person and entertainer, and you know, being here, I'm able to do my craft and play and make people happy, and that's what my life is about.
Coolest thing about you, beyond the great music and the great voice, is that you sit in your chair and play your guitar like you're sitting on the front porch, just kind of playing for some friends that just happen to drive by, and that whole casual, I felt like it was in New Orleans, and it was really magical every single night you were here.
You know what? That makes me feel good that you said that, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. You know, I said this room is like being in my living room.
Yeah.
So, and everybody here is my guest. So I want everybody to feel comfortable. And so that's what I like to do, is just sit down, relax, and just make people feel that, you know, it's about us, not about me.
This is the Bliss nightclub, and I think what's really interesting about this is if you've never cruised or you've cruised on mostly more sedate cruise lines, this one's going to blow your socks off. It is really contemporary. This club is not meant for folks like me who are old, fogey, stodgy types, right?
This is for everyone. I mean, during the day you can lounge out here, do bowling, and listen to music and relax, and at night we turn it up a notch, and we have some great scratch DJs here, and everybody's dancing and having a great time.
So one of the really, really special entertainment options on Norwegian Epic is one that really kind of crept up on me and surprised me, and it's called the Legends Unplugged, and it takes place in the dining room at the Manhattan Room. And it sounds kind of kitschy. It's a bunch of people mimicking, impersonating stars like Madonna and, help me here.
Well, we have Elton John. What am I talking about? No Elton John. We have Elvis, we have Madonna, and we have Tina Turner.
But the thing that really blew my socks off, and I had to come back 2 nights in a row just to see this, was the group who does the Motown impersonations. And Hunter is, I am unqualified, you're the star. You're fabulous. Great dancer, great singer. And I just want to talk to you about it. Like, what's your favorite Motown song? How did you get here?
Well, I love Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye has been a huge fan of mine since I was a little guy. I've been in the business for 23 years, and Sugar Pie Honey Bunch is one of my favorites as well, too.
So we're here in Cirque Dreams, and Cirque Dreams on NCL's Norwegian Epic is a first of its kind, and it's one of the most intriguing entertainment offerings that they have on the ship. And what it is, it's a combination of acrobatics and a sort of a story, a storyline, an acting line. Everything is extravagant, over the top, crazy, loud, funny, weird, great, scaring, and there's one really gorgeous man in a red bathtub. That's all I'm going to say. So Second City has had a long partnership with NCL. Second City, the noted Chicago comedy troupe, actually does perform on a variety of ships. But this is the first venue actually built for Second City, and it's built to look like Chicago. And why don't you tell us the story of how Second City came on NCL in the first place, and what's different about what they're going to see on Epic?
Everybody loves Second City. They're very funny, and I like their shows very much. But in addition to Second City in this room, we also have Holiday Moon, which are the dueling pianos, where they sing, and there's a lot of interaction with sing-alongs, and the guests really enjoyed it very much. I mean, truly the feedback I have received so far from our guests and our crew, everyone who is here, they really love the Epic.
So this is the bowling alley, second bowling alley here on Norwegian Epic. It's not only the first ship, first cruise line to have a bowling alley on board, but it's the first cruise line to have a ship with 2 different bowling alleys and 2 different rooms. Okay, so the ice bar is clearly the first ice bar ever found on a cruise ship, and it didn't translate as easily when we were in Rotterdam and London, and it was a little bit cold. But for the Caribbean, you come off of a hot day on the beach, this is going to be the best thing around. Ice bars are not a new concept. They exist in cities like Stockholm, Helsinki, Copenhagen, even New York. But what it is, it's basically a room whose walls are frosted with ice. The furniture, like the benches that you see here, they're made out of ice, and they're about as comfortable as you would expect them to be. The sculptures, also ice. The ice, they hope, they have to remake the room every 4 weeks or so. They're still working that out. But they preserve it, and they really minimize the amount of people who can come in because they want to make sure that the ice lasts as long as possible. If you notice on the ceiling, we have some cool touches here with some graffiti ice, and that's not permanent art, that is just seasonal art.